Coming up on 9 News Mornings, a woman charged with murder in connection to the death of her 8-year-old great-nephew will be in court today. We could learn more about what led up to the little boy's death. Ensuring all kids get a chance to eat lunch. Ahead of Election Day, we'll explain Proposition FF. And we're all paying a little more at the grocery store, and it could affect what people do for Thanksgiving dinner this year. 9 News Mornings starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It started snowing last night, and this morning you're going to want to take it easy. Some roads out there are a little bit slick. As you can see, there's a little sheen on some of these roads. This is a live look from our photographer Joe, who's driving around. He's on 470 right now, just past Wadsworth, heading west, kind of heading towards the Ken Carroll area. But not a lot of accumulation on the roads. It was just too warm. It melted off. But be careful. We're going to check in with our crews out on the roads this morning. Erica's going to have a look at anything else that might catch us off guard this morning. But thanks for starting your morning with us. Happy Friday. Corey and Gary with you.
Yeah, Ed joins us from the Weather Center this morning. Just like you said, started yesterday afternoon, kind of went through the night.
Yeah, it did, Ken, and it's still kind of going. We've got some misty conditions, a little light snow still going on. As you can see by a lot of the city cams, all that mist and that kind of cloudy skies. Look at the Boulder Mall with some snow on there. They got 6 inches up there in Boulder. And, oh, look. Hard at work because of this traffic conditions this morning. Here's Erica. And you can see we do have kind of hazy conditions, still some little light snow, some misty conditions going on, 24 degrees. So yeah, it is cold out there. And as the day goes on, you can see all these clouds we have right now, they will begin to lift and dissipate. I think by 10 o'clock, we start to see some sunshine around here. Stays with us all day long over the eastern plains. But look at this. Here comes the next system. Little light snow for the high country and more clouds and sunshine over the eastern plains for tomorrow to start your weekend. But we will warm it up. For clearing skies today, 43 degrees. We'll see a little sunshine by afternoon, then more clouds tomorrow, but 61, 55 on Sunday with partly cloudy skies. Monday, we're at 59. Election day, about perfect. Look at this, mostly sunny skies and 66, and then a bit cooler for your Wednesday.
Ed, thank you so much. We're actually dealing with several problems already early this morning. Pretty serious crashes. We've got an 8-vehicle crash on the northbound I-25 ramp to westbound Highway 36. That ramp, of course, shut down at this hour. That's going to take some time to clear out. Definitely slick out here. We've got another interstate closure, westbound I-70, shut down between Sheridan and Harlan this morning. So we had another ramp closure at I-70 and I-25. That has cleared and opened back up in the last couple minutes here. So that's a little bit of good news, but certainly let that be your warning to take it slow out here. We're taking a live look from our CDOT camera at I-25 and 58th Avenue. You can see that sheen on the interstate. So again, give yourself plenty of extra travel time. This is not a morning to speed. Downtown to the Tech Center drive time looking just fine. A little bit of good news for you here. Northbound and southbound commute time totally normal, 15 minutes or quicker. Out here on 225 both ways, no crashes to report. In the green between I-70 and I-25, that drive will take you 10 minutes.
Erica, thanks. Happening today, a woman charged in the murder in connection with her 8-year-old nephew's death is going to be in court.
What led up to his death is part of an ongoing investigation in hopes of finding the gaps in the systems that allowed this to happen. 9 News reporter Darius Johnson is live outside of Denver County Court this morning. And Darius, Susan Bafor is facing multiple charges.
Hey there, Gary and Corey. Good morning to you both. Susan Bafor is facing charges of child abuse resulting in death as well as first-degree murder in the case of her 8-year-old great-nephew, Demetrius Wilson. Take a look at some of this video. It was June 3rd when Denver police responded to a report of an unresponsive child at Bafor's apartment just after 8 o'clock in the morning. His great-aunt, Susan Bafor, made the call. Bafor later told police she disciplined Demetrius the night before by hitting him with a back scrubber about 40 times. Court documents alleged she bonded him by his arms and ankles. Bafor then told police, or called police the next morning rather, when Demetrius had no pulse. She was then arrested days later. We had a chance to speak to Demetrius's family, who says they trusted Susan to care for him and they are still in shock about what happened.
When I heard the details of what happened to my son, it crushed me even more. Like, my whole demeanor just changed, man. Like, oh my God, I can't believe she did this to my son.
I still feel like we're gonna go to court and Susan's gonna say somebody came in here and did this to them. Something. Like, it couldn't have been you. We all trusted you.
Now, since Demetrius's death 5 months ago, we have been working with his family, who you just heard from there, to try to learn who ultimately failed in keeping Demetrius safe. We are expecting more evidence to be released in this pretrial hearing for Susan Baffour that's expected to start around 8:30 this morning at the courthouse behind me. That will then determine if there's enough evidence to move forward to trial. Gary and Corey, at this point in time, Baffour has yet to enter a plea.
This story just makes us sick to our stomachs, you know, and just the details of it, which you went through yesterday, have been so hard to hear.
So hard to hear, but the one thing I can definitely say is people are seeing it and people are saying this is not right. So hopefully, as we continue to move forward, we will be able to find the gaps.
Yeah. All right, Darius, thank you.
Darius, thanks. Police in Aurora are investigating a bizarre road rage shooting that happened yesterday that ended with a teenage suspect taking his own life. An Aurora police officer stopped by a fast food place in her own car after her shift. She was cut off by another driver. The officer honked and then the driver left. Excuse me. Police say that the other driver then followed her onto Chambers, going the wrong way, and tried to cut her off again. The driver chased the officer onto I-225. Police say a passenger in the other car shot at the officer's car. The officer was not injured. Police went to the address tied to the car's registration. They arrested a man they think was driving. They say they believe a 16-year-old boy is actually the one that shot at the officer. He barricaded himself in an apartment. Police say the teenager took his own life before they could get him outside.
Well, as of this month, people experiencing homelessness in Denver can start receiving up to $1,000 a month. Applications for the Denver Basic Income Project are now closed. The program is giving direct payments with no strings attached. 9 News reporter Kelly Rinke spoke to the founder before the money goes out in 2 weeks.
Almost all of us can agree that what we've done in the past has not worked.
Many solutions have been proposed to solve homelessness in Denver. This idea is different.
It shows some trust that they're not used to receiving and some respect. And that may be as important as the cash.
Mark Donovan thinks giving cash payments to people without a home will help.
And we see that combination of a cash, stabilizing cash kind of income floor, along with support services as a powerful way to support individuals in great need.
The payments will come from Mark's organization, the Denver Basic Income Project. The city and county of Denver has already invested $2 million of COVID relief funds into this idea. Mark says they received over 1,400 applications for money, but only 820 people will be getting it starting on November 15th.
This is sort of an emergency effort to try to help stabilize some people that are most vulnerable and in need.
The money will be passed out at random. 260 people will get $6,500 the first month and $500 a month for the rest of the year. Another 260 will get $1,000 a month, and the rest will receive $50 per month for also a year.
We are randomizing into those groups so that we can truly understand the impact that this has and have really good data to learn from.
No one is required to share how they are using this money. The program is based on trust.
Honoring the agency of these individuals to know what's needed in their life.
It's another idea Mark believes is worth trying.
Until we find something that works, we need to keep working.
In Denver, I'm Kelly Rinke, 9 News.
Now, in order to qualify for the program, someone has to be over 18 and can't have unaddressed mental health or substance use needs. The city is prioritizing women, transgender, and gender nonconforming people and families in shelters.